Welcome back to a new video. Today is November 7th of 2024, and right now we're pretty much in the heat of the rut. The temperature's been terrible. We've been in the high 70s, low 80s. What a terrible weather pattern for the rut. And I took this whole week off to hunt. I have not seen a whole lot of nothing. I've been seeing some bucks on the side of the road, and they're not even chasing. They're just moseying around. This is very, very weird for this time of the year, and we have a severe drought here in Southeast Ohio. Temperatures dropped a tiny bit this morning, like 8 degrees. That could make a difference, and it rained all day yesterday, kind of drizzled. Hopefully I can sneak my way into my spot this morning. I'm hunting a spot I call the Cookie Jar. It's right off a power line. It's on a shelf in a ridge down at our 10-acre property, about a mile down the road from here. Bucks always cruise this shelf along this ridge, so hopefully this morning I can catch one going through there. I'm gonna sit till about noon. Then I'm gonna pull my SD card, see what's been in there, and down in the creek, and I might hunt the creek this evening and tomorrow morning. I've got a good north wind to hunt this stand, so I'm gonna quit yapping and we're gonna go get up in there. It's November 7th, 2024. Right now, I'm sitting in a spot we call the Cookie Jar. Less than an hour ago, I had my number one shooter on this property about 100 yards to my right in my big clover plot. And it's just a one big ridge and it makes a loop. So I'm really hoping that deer follows that and ends up right in front of me. We'll see. He's a really nice 8-point. I just had my number one shooter walk 20 yards behind me, and I never saw him until he was back over here. And I just can't get a shot behind me. It's too thick. I have no shooting lanes back here. Once he got out of my sight a little bit, I used my grunt. I hit the grunt twice, but he's just kept going. I'm hoping he swings back and comes back through this way. He's really nice. Not a lot's gone on since that buck came in behind me. Other than him, and there was a doe on the top of the ridge this morning. It's been really slow. So I think I'm gonna do a little bit of rattling, see if maybe I can't get him to come back.
o'clock right now. I haven't seen anything since that buck this morning, and that was 8 or 8:30. So I'm gonna go ahead and pack the camera up and the arm. And I'm actually gonna sit down in the creek tomorrow morning. I'm almost positive that's where he come from. I had trail cam pictures of that buck at my dad's blind, way up on the other ridge, way over here this morning. Like as I was getting in my stand over here, and then like 100 yards through over here is my big clover plot. Then he was in there right at 6 o'clock. So I really had a feeling he was gonna make his way over here, and he did, just not in the right spot. So I'm super glad I got to see that deer. I've been getting all kinds of pictures of him. All right, so I've been doing some pretty serious thinking. I don't remember what all I took videos of before I got out of the stand, but I've been doing some pretty hard thinking about that. That is, you know, the biggest deer I've seen in years hunting. I shot a real nice 10 a couple years ago, and I shouldered it, and I shot another real nice one and shouldered it too. Just ignorance on my part, really. Just rushing a shot, stuff like that. And I had target panic bad, and I've got all that sorted out for the most part. I'm pretty confident I get the deer in front of me, I'm gonna kill it. But I've been thinking everything about it. I wasn't even gonna sit tonight. I was just gonna wait till morning and sit in this new stand, but I moved my camera arm and everything over to the creek. And I'm gonna sit in there. I checked my camera. I pulled some cards out of cameras, the ones that aren't cell cams. And that buck was actually in the creek last night at like 4 o'clock. I'll put the picture in here. It says 5, I think, but I forgot, I didn't change them back for when time went back an hour. But this is the biggest buck I've killed right here. I mean, I haven't killed any giants by any means or any big ones. I mean, this is, to me, this is a pretty nice deer here. This is probably my next. This is a 9 here, but I have pictures of this buck from last year too in the creek, and it was starting around the 9th of November, and he was there every day for about a week. So maybe he's starting early this year. He's considerably bigger. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna sneak into that creek spot. If I would have been in this tree stand this morning, I probably would have been able to kill that deer, because the trail he was on when he was behind me, where it starts, this stand I'm gonna go sit in, it overlooks that. So I probably would have been able to shoot him there. So maybe if he does the same thing, I'll be able to get him. Or maybe if he does what he did last night and just walk through the creek, I might be able to get him tonight, or a different buck. There was a nice, there's an 11 point down in there too. So that's an option if he decided to show daylight. Hopefully we see something tonight. If not, we'll give her another shot in the morning. So this trail right here is the trail that buck went up this morning. And my stand is up the hill up there a little bit. So this trail, that goes up behind my stand. And I wanted him to go up there. But this stand, this is about a 25-yard shot to here, which is where he would have had to go up to get up in there. So if I was sitting in this stand back here, I would have been able to shoot that deer for sure. Or had a better shot at least. I was too busy talking, and I just got to the base of the tree, and a doe come running off the hill across from me, and a 6.2-year-old 6-point was on him, or on her. I'm shaking like a leaf. That was crazy. And now there's deer right behind me. I need to get out. This could be a good sit. Okay, that was absolutely crazy. I'm up in the stand now. But several things I want to talk about real quick. One, it's 2:45 and that buck was on that doe moving. So, just, that's something to keep in mind. I should have been in here a little bit earlier. Two, I really like this spot down in the creek, but I'm not real happy with where the stand is because the ridge is on the backside of here. And the cookie jar, the spot I was on this morning, is right over here. And a lot of deer come off of that. And my wind is going back that way. So I don't know if that'll affect this or not. I think we're gonna be in for a good sit.
Morning. It's the next morning. Last night was interesting. This is my first time sitting in that stand in the creek before. And as you saw, as I was getting in, I was 10 feet from the stand and that buck chased that doe down into the creek. And then I didn't see nothing the rest of the night till just before dark. It was like right at 5 o'clock or so, that same buck come back through. But I'm gonna go sit back in that spot this morning. It's 5 o'clock right now. I'm gonna go sit there. If that big 8 does the same thing he did yesterday morning, I should be able to get a shot at him. I'm gonna try my absolute hardest to get it on video, but the way I've got the camera arm set up is if he comes up on my right side, I'm gonna have a hard time getting a video of it. But if he's down in the creek, I should be able to get a video of it. But if I have a shot opportunity, I'm gonna take it with the camera on him or not. I mean, if the camera's on him, it's just a bonus. So.
Well, it's 11 o'clock and I did not see a thing till 9:40. A little spike came in, tiny thing. Today's November 8th. It was really cold this morning. It was like 38 degrees. I mean, it's not really cold. It's way colder than what it's been. It's been like in the 50s in the morning and it dropped down to like 38, 39. I thought for sure this morning would be good, but maybe they're locked down. I don't know. It is 2:44. Heading back into the stand a little bit later than I wanted to, but it'll be all right. All right, back up in the stand. November 8th, 2024. All we can do is hope a doe comes in and a buck's on him maybe, and or maybe just a buck's cruising. So we'll see what happens. All right, it is November 9th, 2024. I just now got into the stand. It is 7 o'clock. I didn't plan on hunting this morning, but I woke up and looked at my trail cam pictures that got sent at 6:30. And my number one target buck was at a spot up here on the ridge at 6:05, and then up here at the food plot at 6:22. And I seen him the other day doing this exact same thing, and he walks all the way around this ridge. He just makes this big loop, and it takes him about an hour and a half to do so. And he should end up right here where I can get a shot. He did this exact thing the other day. That's when I got video of him walking up this trail, but I was in the wrong stand. I was in a stand up here. Had I been sitting here, I'd been able to kill him. There was also a little 9-point that was up here too, right before him. So there's a good possibility of seeing him. Really good possibility of seeing anybody. It's a beautiful morning. It's 38 degrees. But I'm gonna quit yapping. Hopefully we get something this morning. I'm pretty excited now. These people live across the road. They've got these 2 dogs. They're always just sitting on the deck. Anytime a car passes by, they run after it. You know, they don't keep them locked up on the deck. They don't do nothing. Now they're screaming and yelling for them. Heading back to the 4-wheeler, but that's disappointing. So what happened was that I was kind of looking behind me, and I seen this little 4-point coming off the hill, and I saw him kind of looking around, and then that big 8 was up the hill right up above him, cruising that shelf. So Mom was wondering if I was sitting in the cookie jar this time, if I'd been able to get him. It's I don't know, can't figure him out. But man, he's a nice deer. I really just want to get a shot at him. So he was up on the ridge, and then he gets behind the cabin, and I see him start to come down the hill. And I grunted at him, and his head shot over, just looking around. Then he started walking down the hill into the creek, and kind of towards my direction at least. And then the little 4-point behind me starts looking up behind him. And here comes these 2 dogs running up the hill and chase him off, and then I can see the big 8 standing behind the cabin, just looking around, and then dogs run up the hill, and he shoots off up behind the cabin. Not saying I would have had a shot at him, not saying he would have came into range, but it was really looking that way. I'm pretty disappointed, very disappointed. That's all I got for this video. Sorry for the ranting. Glad I got to see my target buck again. One more piece of the puzzle. Hopefully we can make something happen here. Gosh, I just want to get a shot at him. That's all I want. One opportunity, and I think I can make it happen. But thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, stick with me on this. Hopefully we get him. I'll see you next time.